Hello and welcome. Did you know that you can make a thermometer with things you might already have around your house? For this activity, you'll need some water, isopropyl alcohol or rubbing alcohol, some red food coloring, an empty plastic bottle, a clear straw, some Play-Doh or clay, and then a Sharpie and a real thermometer if you have one. To get started, we're going to add our isopropyl alcohol to the water. Here I have about 2 ounces of water, so I'm going to put 2 ounces of isopropyl alcohol. You can ask your parents for help with this part. Then we'll add a few drops of red food coloring to make it look like a real thermometer that uses the red dye to be able to see as the temperature changes. Just going to mix this together. And then we add this to our plastic bottle. Alright, that should be enough. Next, we're going to take the clear straw. Now, you want it to be in the liquid, but not touching the bottom. And you're going to use your clay or Play-Doh to seal the top of the bottle and hold the straw in place. Remember, the straw needs to be down in the liquid but not touching the bottom. Alright, so you're going to mark the line where the liquid rises up in the straw, and that's going to be your temperature at room temperature. So mark right there. You can see the liquid has gone up about that high in the straw, and that's at room temperature. So I'm going to write it's about 74 degrees. Now I'm going to place it in a bowl of ice water. And I'll use our thermometer to measure the temperature of the bowl. Go ahead and mark that as 33 degrees. Now I'll carefully move the bottle into some warm water and use a real thermometer to see how hot this water is. You watch the liquid go up the straw as it warms up. Once it reaches the top, we'll mark our new temperature and use that to measure the temperature outside. So the science behind this is that as the molecules in the liquid heat up, they have more energy, they wiggle around more, and they need to find a way out of the bottle. The top of the bottle is sealed, so they can't exit through the mouth of the bottle. The only way they can exit is through the top of the straw that's open. And so as the liquid warms up, and there's more energy in those molecules, it's going to try and find its way out of the straw, and that's why it goes up the straw. And then as it's cold, there's no energy entering the molecules, and so then it goes back down. Watch again, it goes up in the warm water as the molecules expand and move around more. The reason why we use isopropyl alcohol instead of just water is because alcohol has a lower freezing point. It takes a lower temperature in order for those molecules to freeze. So we don't want to use just water because it's more likely that the thermometer will freeze and stop working when it gets cold. We mix it with isopropyl alcohol so that we can still have a working thermometer even when temperatures are below the freezing point of water.